Hello and welcome. Catch a glimpse of the news in depth from the finance and stock market division by FinPod. To begin with, 4 cement companies plan to increase their combined capacity by 42 million tons annually in the fiscal year 2025. These include Ultratech Cement adding 21.6 million tons, ACC Ambuja adding 11.6 million tons, Shree Cement adding 6.0 million tons, and Dalmia Cement adding 2.9 million tons. According to analyst estimations, this capacity expansion is expected to strengthen the market presence of these top 4 cement companies, reaching an estimated 54% by the end of the fiscal year 2026, as reported by the rating agency CareEdge. Brokerage houses like Axis Securities and Motilal Oswal is cheery in the cement sector. Second news of the day is about Nestle India. The company's shares increased by almost 1% in early trading on April 5. This was after the National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, that is NCDRC, ruled in favor of Nestle India and dismissed a government petition against the sale of Maggi noodles. In June 2015, Maggi was banned nationwide for 6 months due to allegations of containing chemicals beyond prescribed limits. The company recalled and destroyed 38,000 tons of Maggi noodles from retail shelves. The ban was lifted in November 2015. The company's share has increased by 28% year-on-year. Also, in another development, Nestle India has agreed to pay royalties to its parent Nestle Switzerland. The royalty fee will be a maximum of 5.25% of the sales revenue from the products sold by Nestle India. Next, according to Knight Frank India, India is on track to have an excellent year for office space rentals. The company's recent report shows a significant increase in office space deals in India's top 8 markets. Home sales have also gone up by 9% compared to last year. Despite potential election-related challenges, there are no major long-term concerns. Ghulam Zia, Senior Executive Director at the company, told CNBC TV 18 that the first quarter of 2024 has seen historically high office space rentals with over 16 million square feet taken up. This is unusual for the first quarter, which typically does not perform as well. Next developing story is from RBI, because RBI now allows users to deposit cash through UPI. The ATMs, that is automated teller machines, enable people to deposit cash directly into a bank account with a debit card without visiting the branch, making transactions convenient for the customers. Another feature RBI is coming up with is allowing people to use the Unified Payments Interface, that is UPI, instead of the debit card. Let us look at the functionality. The cash deposit machine has a slot that reads the debit card. Customers can now use the UPI interface instead of a debit card if they wish to. Once the customer is identified, there is another slot to count the cash being deposited using sensors. Once it's verified, the amount is credited to the customer's bank account. Fifth news for the day is hot summer leads to sizzling amount of beer, ACs, sunscreen and air cooler sales. Earlier this week, the India Meteorological Department forecast above normal maximum temperatures from April through June over most parts of the country, along with above normal heatwave days. FMCG majors and consumer durables companies are expecting demand growth this summer. Companies like Voltas, EPEC Durable, Coca-Cola, etc. are working towards meeting growing demands amidst the hot weather. However, a more substantial challenge awaits the FMCG companies due to sluggish rural demands. Next, India's gas utilities companies are set to end financial year 23-24 optimistically. Analysts predict the companies will grow due to lower gas costs and more considerable volumes. GAIL, Gujarat Gas, Indraprasth Gas and Mahanagar Gas are some of the companies in this segment. Many analysts at Emkay Global and ICICI Securities have done results preview for these companies, where IGL is expected to grow at 11% on year in its EBITDA. In comparison, MGL might see a decline of 7% in its EBITDA. Gujarat Gas might see recovery in the Morbi region, commanding 11% growth in its overall volume. Next, the talk of the season is electric vehicle. According to research firm Counterpoint, electric vehicle sales are expected to increase by 66% this year as state subsidies help meet fuel demand and support infrastructure. The report forecasts that by 2030, EVs will represent nearly one-third of India's personal vehicle market. Indian car maker Tata Motors dominates India's EV market. Electric vehicles made up nearly 2% of the total car sales in 2023. The government aims to achieve a 30% target by 2030. According to Reuters, Tesla has started producing right-hand drive cars at its factory in Germany. These cars will be exported to India later this year. Additionally, VinFast, a Vietnamese company, plans to invest $2 billion in India. They will establish their first investment plant in Tamil Nadu. Next in focus is Adani Wilmar Q4 business updates. The company performed well in its edible oils and food businesses. It achieved strong growth in both these segments, mainly by improving retail presence in previously underserved markets. In the last quarter, Adani Wilmar's revenue from branded products increased by 18% compared to the previous year. The company's HoReCa, that is hotel, restaurant and catering segment, has demonstrated significant growth, surpassing the 400 crore revenue milestone in financial year 24 within a brief period since its establishment. One of the businesses is growing by leaps and bounds, and that is the hospitality business. Wyndham, a group of hotels and resorts, is eyeing the 300 million Indians expected to travel by air domestically in the next 6 years, said the company's president Dimitris Manikis. He believes that people will stay at his properties overseas if they make their strong presence domestically. The group has 59 operational hotels in India, with 37 hotels in the pipeline, with plans to open 13 hotels this year. The chain has brands such as Ramada Encore and Howard Johnson by Wyndham in India. They are developing new properties in Ayodhya, Varanasi, Katra and Gorakhpur. The group is also excited about the Nepal market and is finalizing its entry into Bhutan. Moving towards the end of the segment, the last news is about PNB business update for Q4. These public sector bank reported a 7% year-on-year growth in its total deposits for the January to March quarter of financial year 24, amounting to rupees 13.7 lakh crore compared to rupees 12.82 lakh crore in the corresponding period of the last year. PNB's quarter-on-quarter growth in total deposits was 3.5%. That's it in this segment of FinPod. Thank you for tuning into our channel. Keep listening and learning from FinPod. Stay safe. I am Manali Saraya and I am signing off.